And right now, we really want to head into the kitchen with our friend, nutritionist Bonnie Papajohn. She's got a healthy recipe that is great for the fall season.
So we're going to get started with our chicken meatball soup, and this is such an easy recipe to make. One of the reasons I love it is it's about 30 minutes from start to finish, and if you can always pre-prep some things. I've already done most of the carrots and the onion and the celery, but I'm going to go ahead and chop up these last few bits of carrots. So over here at the stove, I have a little bit of avocado oil heating up, along with, I'm gonna turn that up a little bit. I wanna get a sear, and that wasn't much of a sear. Okay, and then I'm gonna add my onions, the rest of my carrots, and the celery. So just your basic base for a soup. If you cut these up small and fine, that's gonna be much better as far as making this be a faster cooking soup than if you leave them in big chunks. So we're gonna stir that around. And we're gonna let that go probably about 5 minutes, just so everything gets nice and soft, and you'll start to hear that sizzle. I am gonna go ahead and add a little salt and pepper to it though. That'll help the cooking process, expedite it just a little bit. So now the meatballs, which is the funnest part of all. So I went ahead and made most of the meatballs, but I want to go ahead and demonstrate. Now the meatballs is super simple. It's ground chicken, dill. You can use any spice or herb you want. I particularly like dill in this recipe. Lemon juice, believe it or not, and lemon zest, and a little salt and pepper, and some garlic. So you just take your little scoop, and you want to kind of make a small one, and you just put it on the plate. So it's really, really easy to make. So now this is starting to sizzle over here a little bit. And I'm starting to smell the aromas. It smells really good. And what makes this recipe really easy is because we're doing very few ingredients that have a lot of flavor. I'm using chicken broth, but I didn't quite have enough, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw some veggie broth in there as well. So whatever you have on hand. It's almost a refrigerator dump soup in a way. Pour the broth in. Next, we're gonna do a little bit more dill. I'm gonna add some dill, so I just chopped up some dill. That's where your spices come in. If you don't like dill, you can use oregano, basil. I've made this with oregano, basil. I've made it with tarragon before. So you can use whatever herb you like. It's so versatile. I do recommend though that you use the chicken or turkey mixture for the meatballs to keep the soup nice and light. All right. I really want this to come up to a boil before I put the meatballs in. So we make sure we have good hot ingredients before we put the raw meat in there. So you just drop the meatballs in very gently and spread them out so they're not on top of each other, because you want them to cook evenly. Okay, so all we're gonna do now, we're gonna turn that down, put the lid on, and let it cook for about 20 minutes. All right, ooh, yes. Boiling nice, a little bit hard of a boil, so I'm gonna turn it down a tad. And we gotta add a couple finishing touches to this soup. So you can look how beautiful those meatballs plumped up. I'm gonna add some pesto for a little umami flavor. Now I'm gonna add one of the secret ingredients to this that makes it so good. And people are always going, what is that? It's the lemon. So I'm gonna add the juice of half of a lemon. You can add more lemon if you want. I just want half a lemon. I'd prefer to have, because the meatballs have lemon zest in them, and I don't want to overpower it. So do this to taste. And then the final is we're gonna wilt some spinach in it. So here's that extra nutrient. So if you've noticed, we've been building layers and layers of flavor and layers of nutrients into this soup. Look at that bright green, beautiful color. Oh my gosh, y'all, that is so good. So comforting, so light, yet very filling. So I hope you will try this recipe in your home and let me know if you do.